Before we continue, I want you to know I'll split our content into two parts. So you'll be able to follow along here on the Paparazzo Rubro-Negro channel. It'll be on the end screen. You'll go straight there. I'll redirect you right away. It's set for the video, for the next video where we'll be talking. All the transfer market news is with you. All the transfer market news is with you. We're going to bring this complete information to you guys. There's a lot of interesting stuff we have to bring you about the transfer market. So stay until the end and go straight to the next video, okay? Thank you very much once again for your audience. Hey guys, red and black greetings. This is Flamengo. Welcome to the Paparazzo Rubro-Negro channel. If you're new, please follow, like, and share on all platforms. On YouTube, subscribe below. Turn on notifications by clicking the bell and leave a cool like on the video. We're here, man, with a lot of information. Let's talk about the transfer market. I'm going to start doing these analyses daily with the help of our very important person group. We have our very important person group. We've had it for a long time, right? And Tulio Manny, man, he helps a lot. He sends us some really cool stuff. And I like to give my opinion. I like to give my opinion because we have many possibilities, countless possibilities. Let's talk about Beraldo here, right? About Lucas Beraldo, who could be an option for Flamengo. But what I heard is that Flamengo is going after a defender that hasn't even been considered by Flamengo's fans yet. Look at that, huh? The name Flamengo has for the defense. It wouldn't be Vitão, it wouldn't be Beraldo, it wouldn't be any of those names. It would be a name that hasn't been considered yet. I'm going to talk about that and also talk about Tati Castellanos, right? About the amounts that Flamengo might actually be about to offer, what Flamengo could receive. And the desperation of the rivals, right? We're going to start here with the issue of the rivals' desperation. We're here with an offer from the Million Picks, right? Remember that you can secure your points. You buy points from the Million Picks Benefits Club, and you can exchange them for products and experiences. And man, it's coming, huh? The 31st is almost here. On the 31st, we'll have 3 drawings of 1 million, a million reais, okay? The main thing about the Million Picks is that you exchange your points for products and experiences, and you get a bonus, which is participating in these prize draws. Win up to 100,000 Reais instantly every day. With Raspo, winnings are sent directly to your account via Pix. There are also 3 prizes. 1 million Reais on the 31st, the New Year's Eve prize, and a 2 million Reais prize on January 2nd. It's your chance to make sure you have a fantastic start to the year, a turning point in your life. So take advantage right now and secure your Million PIX Benefits Club. The QR code is on the screen for you to secure it right now. Also, always in the description and in the pinned comment. We're also here to remind you that you can lose weight in a healthy way. With Mais Cabelo, man, you can also get a free evaluation at Mais Cabelo. We're also here to remind you about Haroldo's Caravan, where you can secure your spot at the Super Cup and also the Recopa. Libertadores games, the first Libertadores matches, Carioca games, Brasileirão games, all of these matches. You can secure your spot, whether in Rio, at Maracanã, or away with Haroldo's Caravan. Okay, which one has the service, man? It's been many years. Many years, I'm telling you, it's been many years serving Flamengo fans with fantastic service, spectacular customer care, no complaints. Don't give up on your dream. Don't leave yourself out. Don't leave yourself outside. That's right. We're also here to let you know that you can get the link. It's in the bio highlight and stories on our Insta. We're here today. There are some people every day, right? Every day. We've got it separated. NBA, Flamengo isn't playing, but we've got it separated. Remember to play responsibly. It's for ages 18 and up. It's for fun. It's not an investment, okay? I've already won. You've already won. That's right. So let's go. The link is there. Sign up right now. And we're always bringing you tips, always sharing the knowledge, bringing everything to you. Go to our Insta because today there's a tip for you in the stories, okay? So I actually right here, look, I set this aside to talk to you. Kisses, kisses, kisses. We're going to talk about this issue of the rivals' desperation, man, trying to do everything they can to succeed. It's not even about stopping Flamengo, but about trying to compete or have any chance against Flamengo. So how is it? It's about the Sir Alex Ferguson, right, guys? It's about the Sir Alex Ferguson look. Today we have the Premier League, okay? We already have a game today, the 26th Manchester United playing against Newcastle, okay? Manchester United is slightly favored, 2.46. Man, that's really good, huh? Really good. But I think the biggest chance is 2.46 versus 2.70 for Newcastle. I think this game is leaning more towards a draw, huh? What do you guys think? Honestly, man, I'll tell you guys, I would go for the draw. Share the bread, play responsibly. 18 plus only. It's for fun, not investing. We're here to always share these tips with you guys. Today, then, Manchester United and the team from Newcastle, right? So it's a pretty balanced match for us to watch, okay? There's no Flamengo, right? What can you do? But we always have to stay tuned in to what's happening. Well, let's go. I'm going to talk to you now about what's happening with Vasco. Vasco is once again moving toward becoming a Sir Alex Ferguson. It's almost unbelievable that this is happening, right? These guys will do anything to try to catch up with Flamengo, even if they have to sell the whole club. And BAP mentioned that, right? Check out this article, actually from Lance. Rivals are upset about Vasco's possible Sir Alex Ferguson sale, and Flamengo should stop it. People are just joking. This is all just in a joking tone. Vasco is negotiating and could close the deal in 2026. The Vasco fans are ecstatic. Look, guys, just so you can see the situation, they're ecstatic because it might be sold. And then I'll talk to you. Do you remember that story about Crefisa lending money to Vasco? Yeah, man, and it directly affected the standings that week. A game against Vasco, against Palmeiras right after, then Vasco gets thrashed by Palmeiras. And I used to tell you guys, look at that. If it were Flamengo, the São Paulo media would have destroyed Flamengo, and not just the São Paulo media. Today we even see friendly fire, right? Everyone is criticizing Flamengo, including its own journalists and fans who don't see that there's a movement against Flamengo. It ends up helping everyone, yet opposes everything and everyone. But Flamengo keeps booming, Flamengo keeps growing, and people call it arrogance. Okay, I'll say it, I'll show it here. People call it arrogance. But here's the thing, my friends, okay? When I told you that if that situation had happened with Flamengo, Flamengo would have been extremely criticized. Oh, they got money from that team and lost. Right after, everyone would be saying, see, if it were Flamengo, or for example, let's say that in the week Flamengo played against Mirassol, the bank, Nação Banco de Brasília, FLA, which is a bank Flamengo has in partnership with Banco de Brasília. Let's say Banco de Brasília FLA Bank lends 70 million to Mirassol in the week of Flamengo versus Mirassol, and then Flamengo won. I'm not referring to the last game, which was irrelevant. Suppose it mattered and Flamengo won 3-0. Do you think the São Paulo media, being biased, what do you think they would be saying? All those people in Brazil who like to bash Flamengo, what would they be saying? That Flamengo bought the Brazilian championship. I have no doubt they would say that, but since it's Palmeiras, it's Leila, they won't say that. It's Crefisa, they won't say that, okay? They can do whatever they want and no one will say anything. And then look at Marcos Faria Lamacchia, son of Jose Lamacchia, owner of Crefisa. Okay, yeah, it's in the news here. Now, Vasco's management is keeping in touch with the businessman, and the negotiations for the acquisition of Vasco's Sir Alex Ferguson could move forward in the coming months. On social media, most fans treated the news as normal, and everyone thought it was normal. The press thought it was normal. No one is going to say anything, right? Like a Christmas present, the Sir Alex Ferguson is seen as a possible improvement in Vasco's situation. However, this information also affected fans of rival clubs because we realized that was happening. Now, this interest from Crefisa, right? Because I want to take note, there are relatives involved there. All for Vasco, right? There's talk that Leila is a Vasco fan and all that. Okay, fine. So what? The planet of soccer. Vasco is negotiating the Sir Alex Ferguson sale with the son of Crefisa's owner. The buyer might be Marcos Faria Lamacchia. He is Jose Lamacchia's son, Crefisa owner, and Leila Pereira's husband, Palmeiras president. Marcos Lamacchia is Banco Real's heir. Right? Is that so? Hey, my friends, we can really see that situation where the whole media stayed silent. When it's against Flamengo, the media stays silent. Have you noticed that if Flamengo does something, if someone from Flamengo, if the president of Flamengo lets out a fart, the world ends. The world ends. Now, against Flamengo, anything goes. It's impressive and nobody says anything. By the way, look, where's the press, right? And where are all those who represent this traditional press, right? Which nowadays isn't traditional at all. Where are all those people who were whining and making a fuss, saying that Danilo was coming to Brazil to steal, right? What? The commentator is a former player, but he's working as a commentator on television. He's a former player, but he's working as a commentator on television. He's like a journalist there, right? And he said, Zé Elias, very clearly that Danilo came to steal. In Brazilian soccer, nobody said anything. Neguebinha Jr., right? Vini Jr., when nobody said anything. Then it's okay, right? Whenever it's against Flamengo, it's fine if it's them, right? Abel Ferreira disrespecting journalists, right? Despite real sexism, no one speaks up. Leila remains silent. So, guys, we can see that there's a narrative created by this press today that seems to do everything and everyone goes along with it just to attack Flamengo. But here, we're not afraid of you, of this press, of those who are part of this press, and not the press that to me is very well represented, including those who don't allow all this nonsense against Flamengo. And I noticed that obviously there are some criticisms here and there, but he also notices and goes against those guys. That's Mauro César Pereira, Thiago Asmar, okay? We noticed that there are real Flamengo supporting journalists who don't let themselves be influenced by this damned media. And even though at times I disagree with Thiago or Mauro, I'm friends with both of them, but I noticed that they're always seeking the truth. When it comes to Flamengo, and it's not about defending Flamengo, they don't defend Flamengo. If they have to criticize, they will criticize. I'm not here to defend Flamengo. I'm not here just to defend Flamengo because I wear the Flamengo jersey, unlike most people. In fact, they usually don't wear the Flamengo jersey. I wear it because I'm on my channel. I do whatever I want. Within the law, I do whatever I want. The point isn't to defend Flamengo. The point is to defend the truth. Because what's happening is the media is always manipulating a narrative against Flamengo. So, are the Flamengo fans making fun of Vasco? 2 billion in 5 years. Flamengo is making 2.1 in just 1 year. Vasco, look how crazy this Sir Alex Ferguson thing is. It's supposed to save, it's the revolution, came to save Vasco. It's Christmas, my friends. Vasco is being sold to those people over there, to the owner's son, Crefisa. At least the information we get is 2 billion, 2 and something in 5 years, 2 billion in 5 years. Flamengo makes 2.1 billion in 1 year. Okay, so is that it? I'm happy, man. Happy to see that we're really calm. And BAP, he had warned us. Flamengo will be the only club in Brazil not to become in Sir Alex Ferguson. He had warned us, right? At the members' meeting, that live stream and all, he had said it. He said by 2029, only Flamengo won't be a Sir Alex Ferguson. Even Palmeiras will become one. Many executives run the club loosely to worsen results and then point to Flamengo as an example. How am I supposed to compete with these sons of guns, right? Should I just make it a Sir Alex Ferguson? I have an investor, and I'm here as the chief executive officer for your enjoyment. This is happening in several clubs in Brazil. He ends up mentioning Fluminense without actually saying it, right? He gives all the characteristics, and Fluminense fans reacted positively to that. So we can see that the monster of the Americas is seen as an example, okay? And then he says, look, Atletico Mineiro takes on the club as a patron, an individual from the club, and he is the guarantee. He says, I want to get paid. There's no money, so pay me in shares. Now I'm the club owner, okay? Adventurers are arriving today. What if a Saudi Arabian sovereign fund comes too? Is Flamengo prepared to face clubs with billions to spend? That's something to think about. Money today has no origin, no homeland. We have to be careful with adventurers and false messiahs. So BAP is perfect, okay? And making it clear that everyone is going to become Sir Alex Ferguson against Flamengo. Yeah, us. By the way, there were people talking, man, about soccer and so on. Marcondes Brito, arrogance, power, and the limit is what the president of Flamengo crosses. Yeah. Ruberti, man, I'll tell you guys first that he didn't even mention Renata Mendonça. And then I take advantage of this gentleman's column to make it clear how much they hate Flamengo and call it arrogance, call it all that, right? And it's impressive, okay? We're amazed to see how much these guys want to destroy Flamengo. Look, I'm going to bring some important information here now. I had already recorded the video, but then we saw this important news to bring to you. It's about the stadium issue. Check this out. Flamengo plans to create a savings fund beforehand, before deciding on the construction model for their own stadium. Flamengo already has possession of the land and has settled the costs with Fundação Getúlio Vargas, and now they're waiting for Naturgy to leave the site. This process could take up to 4 years, guys, 4 years. As President BAP revealed, he said the following: now we have an extended deadline and a documented commitment. Flamengo owns the gasometer land. The Fundação Getúlio Vargas studies adjusted the project and associated costs. We're going to create a savings fund in advance so that, at the right time, we can decide whether to build the stadium and how to do it. The next step is Naturgy leaving the site. They can leave within up to 4 years. BAP says we hope it will be as soon as possible. We can only do a deeper decontamination of the site once they leave. BAP's administration suggested some adjustments to the initial Olhasso Stadium project, which was created by Landim's administration. Among the changes is the reduction of the planned capacity from 80,000 to 72,000 seats. In addition, the giant screen would be removed from the project, which would result in a cost reduction of 200 million. Flamengo managed to reduce the construction cost of the stadium by 200 million. Just by removing that giant screen. What BAP is doing is spectacular, isn't it? Many will complain saying it dropped from 80 to 72,000, but that's just how it is. You reduce the capacity a bit, take out things like this that aren't so necessary, not really mandatory, you keep removing them, and you lower those costs. Flamengo has already managed to lower the stadium costs even more, reducing them by 200 million. Look, Tim is crying a lot. Look, Tim crying a lot. Look, guys, here's the deal. Now I'm going to let you watch the next video, okay? We split it in two to keep it shorter. There's already a video coming up next with all the transfer market information for you. Amazing transfer market news in the next video. And